So welcome to the first video of Crack Any interview series. So the first video will be on interview preparation. So how to prepare for an interview. So for any interview you are attending, so preparation is really important because without preparation there's really high chance that you will be not clearing the interview. So yeah, preparation is must for any interview. Even you are technically really strong, it is advisable to get well prepared before any interview you attend. So let's quickly jump into the video without any further ado. The first and most important point will be going to the job description. So this is really ignored by many of the students. Even it is an off-campus or an on-campus interview, for every interview or for every hiring there will be a job description, even for a fresher level. So they'll be mentioning few technical skills as well as the skills they required in the candidates they will be hiring. So reading the job description is really important because it is like a hint to us. Like it is the thing where we will be getting the hints on what skills we should be mentioning in your resume or what skills we should be preparing for the interview. Simply saying, let's see an example of an job description. So in this you can see programming skills are mentioned, as well as the problem solving ability, etc. are mentioned. So by this we can conclude that okay, our resume should contain these programming languages as well as some achievements related to these skills which are mentioned in the job description. So reading the job description is really important. So there will be cases where the job description is not available for most of the on-campus drives and all. So ask your placement officer to provide you the job description if it is not provided. And once you get the job description in hand, so just go through it and prepare your resume accordingly. Don't use the same template or same resume for every company you apply. So use a different resume based on the job description. Modify your resume and use it. And before you start preparing for the interview, speak to your friends and seniors who have already attended the interview, so that you will be getting an idea like how at least you will be getting the basic structure on how the interview goes on and how the questions will be asked and all. And as a first step of preparation, first learn all the generic questions which will be asked in an interview. So few examples I can say for the generic questions will be like about yourself, about your project, your strengths, weakness, etc. So these will be the generic questions which will be asked to every fresher in any interview. So first start your preparation with the generic questions. Coming to the technical part which is also really important for the interview. So there will be no fixed syllabus for any technical interview and all. But if you really want me to share some inputs regarding how to prepare for the technical interview, so what I can say is prepare 2 programming languages, any of those we have, of which one should be obviously an object oriented programming language. For example, if you already know C, try learning Java or Python. Having a knowledge of a programming language and an object-oriented programming language is really important. Coming to other topics which are also important for an interview will be, first one will be the data structure algorithms. So DSA is really important for any interview. So they'll expect candidates with DSA knowledge because this is where students stand out from the crowd, because DSA algorithms or something is not understood by everyone. So this makes you stand out if you add this DSA to your resume. Next important things will be like as I said, object oriented programming. So OOPS is really important. Learn all the concepts like encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism with examples. So examples are really important. So it is really better if you try giving a real life examples of that for the encapsulation, polymorphism, etc. So and the other important thing will be DBMS. So at least you should be having knowledge of the basic database things and managing the database and all. So basics is really important. And next thing will be OS. So having knowledge of operating system is also an important factor for every technical interview. And the last but not least is networking. So computer networking is also a major topic where they can ask you questions on if you are going through a technical interview. These are all just the basic things. So in addition to this, go in if you find anything different in the job description. For example, few of the job descriptions will be mentioning the knowledge of HTML, CSS, or other technologies. If you're already familiar with the skills mentioned in the job description, try gaining the in-depth knowledge of those. And if you don't know, like if you don't have the knowledge of what is that mentioned in the job description, at least try to get the basic knowledge, so that you will be at least able to answer the basic questions asked on that topics. And the other factor which is also very important is time factor. So in an interview, you need to impress the interviewer within the few minutes you will be having, and also you should be convincing him with your answers in only the within the time you have. You will be not having the complete day to explain him. So try explaining everything short and sweet, so that on the answers should be on point and all. And the most important topic that will that is really important while you prepare for an interview will be your project. So you should be learning A to Z of your project, uh, even if you are not a team leader or someone who haven't worked anything on the project. So at least learn what are the basics in the project and how this is built and all. So this is damn sure that any interview you go as a fresher, you'll be asked questions on your project, because they'll be looking for your team management skills or your project, like how you'll be handling your project and all. So having in-depth knowledge of your project is really important. And before you attend the interview, have a note of your skills you have, so that there'll be scenarios in the interview where the interviewer will be directly asking you how you will be rating yourself in this programming language or in this technology and all. So in that case, you should be knowing like what is your skill in that and how you rate yourself, so that if your rating is really accurate, so the questions will be up to your mark only, so you'll be able to answer all the questions. So assess your skills before you go to the interview. So once all this preparation is done, practice all the technical things which you have on online platforms like HackerRank, LeetCode, etc. So once you are done with the preparation, also go through the previous questions asked in the company the previous years, so that you will have a rough idea of how the interview will be and how we should prepare for that. So these are the basic skills which you should be taking care while you prepare for an interview. I hope everything was clear, and catch you in the next video.